Hey guys, soya2004 here, and this is my voice reveal. And this is gonna be a cringe fest because, first of all, I'm not reading off a script. Second, I'm gonna be keeping everything in this audio file. I'm not cutting anything like down or off or however you English. Um, I'm just gonna be keeping everything in, and I'm just gonna be talking to you guys about my top 10 favorite characters in the Total Drama series. So buckle up, cause it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. Um, so I'm literally just looking at my tier list, and that's what I'm gonna base my opinions off of. Um, so yeah, starting off with my number 10, my 10th favorite character in the Total Drama series, Kitty. So I think Kitty's a great character. She's definitely the strongest of the cast in the Redunculous race. In the Redunculous race, which I kind of feel like had, when it came to characters, they didn't do very well. The writing wasn't good, and none of them were just like, I'm not gonna say none of them, but most of them were just kind of bland and not really interesting to me. And Kitty's an exception. And so is Emma. Emma's not in my top 10, but I think both Katie and Emma are great characters. They're probably some of the most developed in that series, and I love Emma's relationship with Noah. It's one of my favorite canon couples in the series, and Kitty just always feels like this wingman to her. Um, and I just love it. She has this like really charming personality. She's voiced by the same voice actress that voices Lindsay, and that can be a bad thing. And I don't know, guys. I really like cheerful characters, and Kitty's just that. She gets a lot of development along with Emma in the Redunculous race, and yeah, she's just a character that I can just watch and not get tired of. So that's this is a pretty crappy explanation, but as I said, I'm really awkward on audio, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with this. Anyway, my number nine, my ninth, I think, my ninth favorite character in the Total Drama series is Sierra, and for so many reasons, guys. Um, Sierra is one of, if not the most overhated characters in the series, and for no good reason. In World Tour, yes, she had her creepy moments. I guess you could say she harassed Cody a few times, but I don't know. I always felt like it wasn't necessarily mean spirited. She loves Cody, and she's just like she's just an idiot about it, and she doesn't know how to express her feelings, and so that's why a lot of people hate her, because she's dangerous and toxic in the way that she's dangerous and harmful. But to me, she's just a really, really entertaining character, and I love her relationship with Noah. I think that they get so much development in World Tour, and seeing them in the second to last episode, the planes one, when you see them sing the what's it called? I can't think of the name right now, but you know the song with Sierra, Cody, Alejandro, and Heather, and yeah, I'm gonna make it. That's what it's called. And they're just, you see them sing together, and you see them like, Cody finally trusts Sierra, and Sierra obviously trusts Cody, but and they're friends, and I think it was really heartwarming to see, and she just gets so much development. And then when we get to All Stars, she's not a great character in All Stars. She's heavily derailed, and the whole Cam Cody thing was seriously bad. But sorry, as I said in my character daily ranking, uh she still had her good moments. She still fought off the sharks in the first episode, and she really did try bringing her team to victory, like she did in World Tour. So she still had some really good aspects to her character in All Stars. She was mostly annoying, but she had good things going for her. Plus her amazing character in World Tour. She was one of my favorite characters in Total Drama World Tour, and you combine these two, and she's my ninth favorite character. Sierra's great. She's overhated, which is also another reason why I love her because she's underrated, overrated. I guess these terms are kind of similar. Um. So yeah, number 8 on my list, and it was actually number 2 on my uh total drama action character ranking. Number 1 did not get on this list, but number 2 did, and that's Justin. Um, Justin is such a great character. He sucked. He absolutely sucked in Island. But then you get to action, and he's he has so many good lines, too many good lines actually, and he's super entertaining, and he makes it so far in the season, and you really get a feel for his character because in Island he was eliminated super early, and and you really didn't really get a feel for what his character was like. He was just kind of this pretty face, and he got eliminated really fast because of Heather. And the only time you actually got to see his character in Island, which also happens to be one of my favorite episodes, is in Total Drama Island. Probably missed a few dramas there, but it's fine. Um, yeah, that's the only episode in which he had like more than 2 lines, and then you get to action, and he's just funny. Every scene he's in, he's great, and he makes me laugh. And you guys know me, I love funny characters. So yeah, Justin, number 8. Uh, yeah. Hold on, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I forgot my math there for a sec. Anyway, number 7 is Harold, and Harold's a character that was super consistent throughout all of the seasons, and I love character consistency. As you'll also be able to tell by my next character, by my number 6. But back to Harold. Um, great in Island, great in action, great in World Tour. That's pretty much all I have to say. He's this Napoleon Dynamite reference. Uh, and he's funny, guys. He's funny. Um, all of his scenes make me laugh. I think him was um him I think him was eliminating Courtney uh in Island, a really smart move. Wait, actually, was it? No, it wasn't really smart. Wait, cut that out. It wasn't smart because you should have eliminated Duncan. But what I mean by smart is he actually did something in Island, and I guess it was smart in the sense that he wanted to make Duncan suffer, and that's why he kind of got his girlfriend out. And that's coming from a Courtney fan. Like you're gonna see her higher on this list, but he was kind of like he was more kind of tough in Island, but then he was eliminated the episode after Courtney was eliminated. But in action, he was one of my favorite characters in action. He had so many good episodes. I can't really think of any right now because I'm recording myself, and I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. But um, and even on World Tour, like he only was there for like what 2 episodes, and he was still great. Like 3 episodes, yeah. He was so great. His departure was really funny, and yeah. Number 7, Harold. Uh, wait, is it number 7? Not 10, 9. Yeah, no. I keep forgetting my math. Please forgive me. It's kind of cringe. Anyway, my number 6, and this character actually used to be like my number 3, and for a while she was actually my favorite girl in the series. But after rewatching all of her seasons, I'm gonna put Izzy in my number 6 spot. And speaking of consistency, Harold was super consistent, and so is Izzy. Like she doesn't get derailed in any of her seasons. She stays the longest in Island, and she gets kind of, I'm not gonna say the most development, because she wasn't really developed. She's just the comic relief throughout all of the seasons, and that's what I love about her. Her character is not taken seriously. She's just there to make you laugh, and she does it. And that I feel like that's kind of her character's purpose. That's the way she was written, and she's for what she's given, she's executed perfectly, and she's voiced by Katie Crown, and I think Katie Crown's great. Um, but yeah, she's really funny. She steals every scene that she's in. But the reason I put her in sixth place and not higher is because she never gets derailed. But unlike all of the characters, actually, yeah, all of the characters that you'll see above her, they actually get development throughout the seasons, and Izzy doesn't. She just stays consistent, which is a really good thing. But she doesn't really get any development. So, unlike oh, holy fuck, I'm sorry, but that was a terrible voice crack. Um, she doesn't get any development, and that's why she's only number 6. But nevertheless, hilarious character. I love her. And yeah, number 5, uh, Courtney. So originally, Courtney wasn't on my top 10 list, but after rewatching every season she was in for the third time, I think, I just came to the conclusion that I literally love her in every season she was in. And uh hold on. What was I going to say? She I'm not going to say she doesn't get derailed. Her in actions, I'm sorry, her in All Stars, when you get to study Monday. Holy crap, I cannot English right now, guys. It's really late. It's like 11:43 p.m. here where I live. So yeah. Um when you get to study Sunday Muddy Sunday, or yeah, she's not great in that episode. I think it was really stupid of her to actually vote herself out, and it was stupid of Gwen to ask her to do so. But I guess she just wanted to gain her trust, even though she was gonna get eliminated either way. So like, what's the point? Like, if Gwen voted for her and Courtney did not vote for herself, it would be the same as if Gwen didn't vote for her and Courtney did vote for herself. That was a tongue twister. Um, but you get my point, hopefully. Uh, she's a great character in Island. Super entertaining. I think Island is probably her best season, and I really like. I'm really upset she was eliminated this early. Um, but she was, I think, Dunkney. Duncan's like nowhere near my favorite characters. But I think that Dunkney was actually great in Island, and then it got kind of really toxic and annoying. But it was great in Island, and Courtney was great in Island. She was great in action. She was great in World Tour. She was great in All Stars for the most part. She's a great character. Next, um, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, Courtney's my number 5 favorite character. Um, Number 4 is Heather. Uh, okay. First, let's get this out of the way. She's the greatest villain. She's the best villain this show has seen. Um, Alejandra's definitely a close second, but for me personally, I've been watching like reality TV shows ever since I could watch reality TV shows and I could watch TV. Um, it was literally like the only thing I watched with my family, and so there always was this one person that you despised, this one villain that you couldn't wait for them to get eliminated, and Heather is a beyond perfect execution of that, because especially like for me personally, who just watch reality TV shows all the time as a kid. Um, she's executed perfectly as this bitch who you really want out of the game, and she won't budge. She's gonna stay in until the very end. And I think she's a great villain. Um, action was definitely her weakest season, but I wouldn't say she was bad in action. Um, she just didn't really get nearly as much development. She was kind of meh. She was a little bland. She still had like really good moments, but she wasn't overly mean. And uh, you know what? I think she was like balanced between mean and like between like a villain and an anti-hero. But unlike in World Tour, her character wasn't even that great, even though she was like balanced. And speaking of World Tour, I know this is all really confusing, but in World Tour, she was perfectly balanced. She still had this kind of bitchy type to her, bitchy personality, but she was also this anti-hero that you rooted for. And when you and when she realizes in the finale that she's actually the good guy, and she gets so really excited. It's one of my favorite moments in the total drama series. And you already saw my opinions about Heather in World Tour and actually all the other seasons. So I'm not really gonna bore you guys with my opinions again, but Heather is a great character, and I really want her to come back in a new season. Um, so now we're at my top three, guys. My three favorite characters, and I've always liked these characters since I've watched the show for the first time. And my number three favorite character, my third favorite character in the total drama series, and I'm gonna hurry up because I don't want it to get to don't want this audio file to like get over 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna hurry up. Um, my third favorite character is Gwen. Uh, an island Gwen was this like super relatable loner introvert stereotype, and she was played so well. I kind of liked her relationship with Trent and Island. Not in action, fuck that. But in Island, I think her relationship with Trent was great. I think she was a great character. Um, she was kind of this character that you always rooted for the like entire season. And I don't want to speak for everyone else here, but I think that the majority of the people who I talk to prefer her ending over Owen's, and for a good reason. I think Gwen's a great character. She was not that great in action because Trent dragged her down, and again, I'm gonna hurry. She was in World Tour. She was okay in World Tour, and I think she was pretty great in All Stars. And overall, she's my number three. She's my third favorite character, especially especially because of her performance in Island, and I think she was just great. Um, my second favorite character is Noah, and for the longest time, he was my first favorite character until my very favorite character came along. Um, Noah's like super relatable, guys. I'm a super sarcastic person, and this sense of humor that Noah has, this witty, sarcastic sense of humor, it's one of my favorite, and like, it's one of the funniest things in my opinion. Um, and that's what all of it is like character about, pretty much. He was Man Island. He was great in World Tour, and he was even greater in the Redunculars race. Seeing him work with Owen and seeing him get like a relationship, and like what the hell, you would never expect. Noah's the last character you would expect to actually have a relationship, and it works so well with Emma, and she's also one of my favorites, despite not being on this list. Yeah, time's almost up. So Noah, great character, love him. King, second place. First place, Bridget. This should be no surprise. This should be a surprise to absolutely nobody if you guys know me. Bridget is great, amazing in Island, um, not good at all in action, and in World Tour. But just her seeing her get along with everyone, and and I don't know. just her entire character in Island, and she has so many sides to her, and I talked about that before. Bridge is a great character, and I love her. She's the queen. She's the absolutely best. She's absolutely the best character. And it's gonna get to 20 minutes now, so bye guys. Thank you so much for listening. Um, I'm sorry if this was a cringe fest. It was. I'm not. Obviously, it was a cringe fest. But let me know what you guys think. And if you watched the whole thing, then honestly, thank you. I wouldn't watch this. I would not waste 20 minutes of my life watching this. But if you did, I really appreciate you. And yeah, have a good night, guys.